Alright, what is up guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to show you guys how to boost your FPS in Valorant episode 8. As you can see, I have 800 FPS right now in the range, but it does vary in if you're in game, because obviously there's more people and stuff, but I'm going to show you guys how to get the most FPS possible on your PC. Now, one thing to keep in mind, if you do want the most performance on Valorant itself, the one PC part you should upgrade is your CPU, mainly because Valorant's really CPU heavy. So if you want to play Valorant with higher FPS, don't get a new GPU, just get a CPU instead. Yeah, first I'm going to show you guys some in-game settings, then I'll show you guys some stuff on my PC. So starting off, just go to the video tab here, and I'm going to start from here and work my way down. So for display mode, make sure this is on full screen. The only reason I have it on windowed full screen is because I can spare some FPS and it's just a lot easier to tab out. Resolution, mine's on 1920 by 1080. You can play in a different res if you want, like 1600 by 900. This will give you a slight FPS boost. Limit FPS on battery, you should not have to do this unless you're on laptop or something. Limit FPS on menus, you can just do whatever you want. This doesn't matter either because you're not playing. Then limit FPS in background. I recommend turning this on just so when you're tabbed out, your PC won't be prioritizing Valorant. And then limit FPS always. I just have mine unlimited, but you can try it out at capping it maybe 20 above your monitor's refresh rate. My monitor is 165 hertz, so I had mine on 200, but yeah, do what you want. Sometimes it works best if you have it off, but just see what works best for you. And then an NVIDIA Reflex low latency, I have mine on, not on plus boost. Honestly, I don't really notice a difference, but you could try them both out like I said. And then over for graphics quality, if you have the option up here, multi-threaded rendering, I think this is if you have a CPU with more than a certain amount of cores or something. You have this option, just make sure to turn that on. Material quality, put that on low. Texture, low. Details on low. UI, this just makes your thing look blurry. I just like the look of it better, so I put it on high. This one I'm not even gonna try and pronounce that, turn that off. VSync, always turn that off. Anti-aliasing, put on none, and then 1x, doesn't really matter if it's off though. Improve clarity, off. Experimental sharpening, off. Bloom, turn this on. This will make your gun look, let's see if I have a gun for it, but as you can see, if it's off, the skin just looks a lot more dull, like the Ascendant body. And if I turn it on, it just kind of shines. And then for distortion, turn this off, and cast shadows, make sure this is off. Then for stats, I recommend turning on client FPS. Just put this on show both, just for this video at least, so you can see if you go up in performance or down. And then also I have packets lost and packet loss, just to see if my ping is bad or whatever. So yeah, that's pretty much all you need to do in Valorant itself, so I'm going to close out of Valorant and show you guys some PC stuff. Okay, so I'm here on my PC, and the first thing I'm going to tell you how to do is create a restore point. Just basically, in case anything goes wrong on your PC or you don't like how it turns out, you can go back to when you started this video and everything will reset. So all you got to do is search up restore, click on create a restore point, do your C drive mainly, your system, click create, and then just type in the date that it is. Okay, so once that's done, you can close out of there. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to show you guys is pretty obvious. It's just two things, which is keeping your PC up to date. So how to do that is obviously just go into your search bar and search up update, go and check for updates, and just make sure your PC is always up to date, as it can fix issues and stuff and common bugs. So, and by the way, I am on Windows 11 as you can see. This should be pretty similar for people on Windows 10, so if it does look a little bit different, that's why. So close out of there, and then next we're going to be updating our GPU drivers. So I have an NVIDIA card, which is an NVIDIA GeForce Experience, but if you have an AMD card, it should be similar. There should be a software for it. So just go to wherever your NVIDIA or AMD software is and open that. Alright, so as you can see, I don't have the latest driver, mainly because mine, the one I have right now, if you scroll down, you can see the one you currently have is pretty stable and I don't mind it. So you might notice that some of the ones you update, if you update yours constantly, they aren't as stable as the other ones. So there is a way to get older drivers. It's basically just going to the NVIDIA website and clicking on your specs and just download a new driver. It's pretty simple. So yeah, if yours is if you like the driver you have, then you can keep it if you want. It's just sometimes if there's a bug with the one you have, make sure to keep this updated. And what to do to click that is click download, wait for the little download to finish, and then click express installation, and that's all you gotta do and it should be installed. So once you're done that, you can close out of GeForce Experience. And then one more NVIDIA thing that's that I don't know if AMD users will have is NVIDIA control panel. So how you do this is just right click your desktop here, click show more options, and NVIDIA control panel. So yours might look like this when you first load it up. So all you gotta do is go into the top left here, click all the plus icons, and more stuff will show up. So what you're going to do is go to the adjust image settings with preview, click on use the advanced 3D image settings, click take me there, and all this will show up. I'm just going to show you guys my best settings that I have, and you guys can copy them down. So for image scaling, turn this off. I guess the first 6 here, just turn these all off. And then next for anti-aliasing setting, turn this on none. It's just grayed out for me though. Transparency off. Background application max frame rate, turn this off. CUDA GPUs all. System fallback policy. Driver default. DSR factors off, smoothness off, low latency mode, you can turn this on if you want. Honestly, I don't notice a difference, so I just keep it off. Max frame rate, turn this off unless you really want to cap your FPS, but most newer games have a FPS cap built in, so you don't really need to do that. Monitor technology, custom, multi-frame sampled AA, turn this off. OpenGL, GDI, auto, OpenGL rendering, auto select, power management mode, prefer maximum performance, preferred refresh rate, highest available. Shader cache size, if you have a lot of space, turn this on like 100 gigabytes or unlimited, but if you are low on like disk space and stuff, just put this on driver default. These 4 texture filterings here, on, allow, high performance, and on, threaded optimization, on, triple buffering, off, vsync off, and then the rest are just 1 off and auto. Then if you do want to make your game look better, like more vibrant and stuff, you can go to adjust desktop color settings and turn your digital vibrance up to 68 or just 80, whatever you want. And basically just makes your game look a lot more vibrant and appealing. So once you're done that, click apply and you can close out of there. Alright, so next we're going to go into task manager to basically just delete your startup apps. So these are all the apps that just start up on your PC, and if you've never done this before, there's probably a lot that are enabled. So just check through this whole thing, what you use and what you don't use, and if you don't use it, just right click it, click enable or disable. And all these apps just run in the background when your PC is on because they automatically start up, so this can affect your FPS like if you have a ton enabled. So like I said, just go through all these, check what you use and don't use. And then one more thing in Task Manager, this is for when you have Valorant open. So right now I don't have it open, so I can't really show you like fully, but just go to your details and all you gotta do is find Valorant when it's open. I'll just use explore.exe as an example. So just right click it, click set priority and click on high, and then click on set affinity. And make sure everyone is enabled except for CPU 0. Click OK, and that's all you gotta do every time you play Valorant, and that'll just make your CPU prioritize Valorant itself, so that should help your FPS as well. And then just close out of there. And then one thing, these are like 3 little steps here I'm gonna show you guys. These are files that are just, they were temporary files and your PC does not need them anymore, so don't think that you can't delete them or you're like losing stuff, you're not. So just type in percentage, temp, percentage. And this is what mine looks like. I have a bunch in here, so I do have to clear it. So all you gotta do, just to delete them all, is click Control A, Control D, and that should delete them. And if this shows up, click do this for all current items, click continue. And if some of them can't be deleted, just click skip and they will stay. It's just because they're in use probably. Like this one, just click do this for all current items and skip. And then for 2 more, just click Windows key and R. And this will open the run tab, so just search up temp in here without the percentages. And some more will be in here, just do the same thing I just did. And one more, just press Windows key and R again. You can search up prefetch. And as you can see, I have none here, but just do the same thing you did with the temp files, just delete them all and get rid of those files. And then this step, this is probably the most helpful step in my opinion. So what you're gonna do first is find where your Valorant is installed. If you can't do that, just go into your Riot client, click on your like user here, click settings. And as you can see where your install path is. So mine's my D drive and then just Riot Games. So I click on that, click on Riot Games, Valorant, Live, and then Valorant.exe. Just right click it, click properties, go to compatibility up here, and then click on disable full screen optimizations, then click change high DPI settings and check override high DPI scaling. Make sure it's on application, click OK, apply and close out of there. And that's all you gotta do for that one. Alright, next we're gonna go into our graphics settings in our PC. So you're gonna have to have this enabled for this. So to search up graphics settings, click that. And like I said, you're gonna have to have this enabled. If you don't, I think you have to restart your PC, so you can just come back to this video if you want to enable it. So yours might look different, you might have like none here, but basically what you're going to do is make sure that on add an app, you have desktop app, and then click browse, and just once again locate your Riot Games or your Valorant file, so just click Riot Games, Valorant, Live, click on Valorant.exe, click add, then click on options, and make sure that it's on high performance, click save, and that's all you got to do. And then the last step I'm going to show you guys is editing your power plan. So basically how to get here is just power, options, or just power plan, click on edit power plan. And it should look something like this. So click on power options at the top here. And you might not have as many of these. Yours might be like minimized or something. But all you're going to do, yours is probably going to be unbalanced. Like it's recommended, it's the default one. Click on ultimate performance. If you have like a decent PC, just click that one. But usually you shouldn't use it on like a low end PC. If you have a lower end PC, use high performance. Just see what works best for you. And you should notice a big difference in this too. So just make sure that's applied. You can go to change plan settings if you want. You can adjust some of the stuff like when your PC turns off, or if you click advanced settings, you can change some stuff here like processor power management. You can do minimum 100 and maximum 100. Apply and close. And that's all you gotta do. You can test this out in Valorant if you want, see if you got more FPS or what. And if something goes bad, then just go back to your restart point that you started. But if this did help you, leave a like and subscribe.